Hello again folks, welcome back to these Nottingham Forest videos that we're doing here. Quite well into the third season now, so just a wee catch up since kind of left off after this first Champions League game against Monaco. So been a wee bit up and down, but we're still unbeaten in the league here. Did lose at home to Dynamo Kiev, but had some cracking wins in the league against Man United and Liverpool. Also thrashed Inter Milan at home in the Champions League, so we've bounced back really well there, beat Inter Milan home and away, and a big 5-0 win against Monaco there as well. Just put Fulham out the League Cup. So I've got the final Champions League group game coming up here, which I'm going to play through, and then we'll get the draw for the second round group stage. But yeah, looking pretty decent in the league as well. Back up the top here, had Chelsea unbeaten for quite a while, but we've actually not lost any games here in 11, so really doing well here. Pretty much an unchanged team for last year, apart from Yusuf Hersi. He's come in and he's starting to show the form that I was looking for. So he's definitely going to be one for the future as well, looking great. So we'll just play through a couple of these games, see how we get on. But only other thing I've probably done since the last video is we've brought in a few younger players who are just going to be kind of developing in the reserve team here. So just wanted to beef up the numbers, in case any injuries or that. But money's at the stage where shouldn't really spend any more because we'll start running out. But we'll find there should be a bit of money coming in for the Champions League, etc. And I've also got Angel Lewis going to Seville in the January window, so should be fine with that. And I'm not really concerned with any weak spots or anything, because let's say they're doing pretty well here. So we'll just set this up. So it's Blackburn away in the league here, and then it'll be Dynamo Kiev. So I'm thinking if we do win the league again here, then we can say that we've kind of restored Nottingham Forest to the highs. Champions League might be a bit unrealistic, and you could possibly play on forever without winning that. So might try a challenge with another team. Thinking about Raith Rovers probably for the next videos, but if anybody's got any other suggestions, pop them in the comments or anything. But I can always go back and forward to this as well. But a wee sending off, that'll soon wake us up here. Oops. And we're 2-1 down, so this could be you guys witnessing. Yep, and it looks like this is going to be the first league defeat of the season, unfortunately. That's what happens when you start doing a video and just big everything up there. I'm not so sure that Blackburn are anything to behold, but I suppose they're sitting alright in 6th place there. So yeah, that's a wee bit of a reality check there. Poor performance by the goalie, and he's been good as well up until now. So with that, you kind of got away with that one, but we wouldn't want too much more kind of coming up there, because if Chelsea win their game in hand, they will actually go top. Man United are not doing too shabby this year as well so far, so yeah, hope we don't see many more of those. So yeah, so it's between ourselves and Dynamo Kiev for winning the group now, the way it's kind of worked out. Inter Milan have actually already went out, so already qualified for the next round, but whoever wins this game will take the group, and that's a good wee start. Hopefully get a few bucks in as well with the qualification. You usually get a few £1,000,000 paid in TV rights, etc. And Abreu's been on pretty good form this year actually so far as well. He's got a fair few goals, 9 goals, that'll be 11 in 20 games, so pretty decent. With the tactics I'm playing, it seems to be most of the goals don't seem to be coming for the strikers. It's been the kind of wide positions, and the attacking midfielder Nicky Franco, he's scoring a ridiculous amount of goals. But that's a good win, that's a good bounce back from the Blackburn result there. So winning the group. And a good substitute appearance by my young striker here, or young attacking midfielder winger. He can really play anywhere, so be considering putting him in the first 11 pretty soon. So yeah, so a bit of money in from that. Who we got here? Phase 2. So we're in with PSG, Milan and Anderlecht. So PSG are not the team that they are now, so should be pretty straightforward with them. Anderlecht I would expect to beat. Milan will be decent. They're a pretty decent team like in this era. So yeah, could have been a worse draw there. And usually have the first game for the second group stage pretty soon, so maybe a way to play through that one on this game. There it is there, yeah, so I've got PSG away and Anderlecht at home, so so we'll see if we can play through these, and then same thing again, maybe just come back a bit later on in the season. Prika seems to be picking up his Swedish caps now, so his value will go up a fair bit as well. He was a good one to bring in for next to nothing really, so quite happy with the team and the bench options. Oh yeah, and I forgot I had him in the reserves, so there's another £1,000,000 in. So we should be looking pretty tasty for finances again after this. Do sometimes find as well like international manager jobs will pop up, like the Denmark one's available there. It is actually possible that you can do both at once, like you can take an international job and still have a club job, but it's a lot of games then, it makes it a long season to play through. So Tottenham away, let's see how we got on here. Suspension for Reed, or Frida. But we do have the main man back there, so we'll get Nicky Franco back in the side. He's been a miss, you can see 25 goals for 16 games, so he's looking like he's even more lethal than the season before. But we really do want to get 3 points on the board here after that defeat to Blackburn. We're going to have to be a second half comeback by the looks of it here. Don't remember if I lost 2 games in a row last year at any point, so Weatherston's been reliable when I've had to turn to him, so keep a hold of him, and that's a good turnaround there. So yeah, so Chelsea's keeping up with us there, or we're getting up Chelsea, I suppose. Man United not far away. They had a pretty terrible season last year, so, and then you got Leeds there as well, still kind of a few in the hunt at this stage. And it's still fairly early in the season, 13 games played, but you do sometimes see a few that will just break away there. But yeah, good 10 out of 10 for London there, and you can see his value's just skyrocketing now, 10.25 million. He would be worth. So I think it's a fairly straightforward League Cup tie. Peterborough, that's a good draw for the 4th round there. Although I've said PSG are no great shakes like they are now, I think I'm right in saying that they've got, or they do have, yeah, Ronaldinho, and he is one of the players you want to get hold of if you end up with a shitload of money to spend. He's good, like, and then Karlstrom, he's went there, although he's listed for loan. Might be worth having a try for him. He's a good young player then. They also have this guy Haddad. He develops into a really good player as well. And the original Silky Boy, Anelka, wouldn't ever recommend buying him because he just becomes a nightmare. He sort of upsets the dressing room, and yeah, he's not worth it. So we'll see how we got on here. Having to make up the defensive numbers with Risp there. Spoke too soon about Anelka, obviously. It's not to say he's not good, he's a troublemaker. So that has these 2 games in the second group stage, and then it kind of breaks off and comes back again in February for the Champions League games. Equalies are there. A wee yellow card, so I'll give Eldar a wee chance here to show what he can do. A draw's not a bad result if it stays like this. It is away from home, so yeah, that's not a bad one. 2 quality players that scored against me, so when you get to the second group stage, you do really need to get your 3 points at home, so I'll be wanting 3 points in that Anderlecht game, and then we'll wrap that video up. So yeah, like I say, if anybody's got any suggestions on what we could do maybe for the next challenge video, because we're just running through the motions with Nottingham Forest. You know, there's maybe not much more I can show on a video, to be fair. Team's kind of just looking after itself, to be honest. No point just going out and buying players for the sake of it. And I'll have a look at the free transfer situation in December and January again. But most of the players that are in the first 11 are a fair bit under 30, so won't really need too much shaking up. Even the goalkeeper's still relatively young. And we want 3 points to Sunderland at home here, so hopefully this stays like that. Here we are, so yeah, he's definitely getting more goals than he did, or his strike rate's looking better this year than last, and the value's starting to go up as well, so happy with that. Chelsea's definitely keeping their form going for now. Good win that, 4-1 at home to Sunderland. So good to get back-to-back wins after that. Kind of came out of left field, that one with Blackburn. I wasn't really thinking that would be a tough one. But you just never know when you get a curveball thrown at you. So I'll just try and play through these fairly quickly. Peterborough at Everton, and then see how we got on against Anderlecht. And then we've got Chelsea at home in the league, but don't want to let the video go too much over 20 minutes if I can avoid it. So yeah, no changes needed there, we'll just go with that one. So yeah, I kind of paid over the odds for Hersey when I brought him in from what he was worth at the time, 4.3, but his value's already went up to 8, so, and because he's capped by Holland now, so it doesn't look like I really did pay over the odds, to be fair. Maybe make a few changes here. You don't want something like this to go to a replay or extra time or anything, because that'll just start eating up your player match fitness for the next game. And the fixtures are going to get pretty congested if we end up still being in the 4 tournaments after Christmas. It's a cup game, so we'll just take any win that comes, to be fair. That's fine. And that's Frida back from injury as well. Although Kloppy seems to be playing a bit better, so we might just stick with him actually. He's also Dutch international now, so yeah. Seems like he's getting better ratings, so we'll stick with Klompy there. Everton away in the league. I mean, that is going to be my defence for a good few years now. Those three. Well, not if Seed keeps getting sent off. Damn yo. He's had a few red cards, but he's good though, so might just have to give him a pass. So this might end up being a tricky game now. It looks like they've signed Boa Morty at some point as well. He's a good player in this game. Give a few a wee run out here. So that's looking like another league defeat. Not really liking the habit here because they're not really top teams that have dropped the points to. But I can't really say that the performances are looking terrible. There's nobody sitting like getting fives or anything, so part and parcel, you'll have to lose the odd game here and there. Yeah, so this video might go a wee bit over on the 20 minutes that I'm aiming for, but I've not been doing as many videos for this season, so we'll play through Anderlecht and Chelsea here. And this one really needs to be a 3-pointer. So yeah, I might just make this a bit of a wee longer video because I'm going to have a look at players that are coming out of contract now as well, and see if there's anybody we can pick up for next season. So yeah, hoping for a solid win there. And then the first two teams in here will go into the quarterfinals. They only did this format in the Champions League for a year or two back then with the second group stage, but it was dropped pretty quickly. But at the time this game was made, that was the kind of official format for the Champions League. We'll take a 5-1, so bouncing back from that Everton game. And then we'll just have a quick look to see if there's anybody coming out of contract. Mick says for one, so definitely get a bid in for him next couple of days. And we'll just do a wee search here for people expiring. Turkish goalie there, but don't want to be bringing in using a foreign spot for a goalkeeper, to be fair. Ben Thatcher, there's a guy that liked a red card back in the day. So not really anything I can go for defender-wise until the 1st of January, but that's a guy I'll be putting a bid in for. He's a decent centre-half to bring in. Show that away, he'll be. And Kenny Miller. Ventola, he's a decent Italian striker. Yeah, can't deny I'm going in for him. Although pretty lofty wage demands there. And Ibrahimovic. Definitely get a bid in for Ibrahimovic. And we'll boost his money up a bit because he'd be a long-term signing if we can bring him in. Another good Spanish striker, Raul Temudo. So there's definitely a few decent free transfers that we can go for here. And I don't really need to, offer them ridiculous money. It's not going to be an issue one way or another if I get any of these guys in. Just going to try and see if I can pick up a bargain there. Here's a good wee Dutch striker to bring in from Ipswich. Juan Pablo Angel, or Angel. Yeah, so quite a few there. Ali Adair, young French striker at Arsenal. Might try a wee cheeky bid for him for the reserves for now. And then we'll just see if there's any midfielders that are expiring as well. Yes, there seems to be quite a few potential bargains that we can get here on the free transfers. Yeah, so don't want to take up too much time on the video here for this. So what I'll do is I'll play this Chelsea game through, see how we got on here, and then wrap this one up. And I can always let you guys know what's happening with the free transfers on the next video. But there you go, Ibrahimovic on a free transfer. That'll do nicely. And then better get my bid in for Mexes because he'll be another worthwhile free transfer there as well. Not being too demanding there. Yeah, so pretty much at full strength now. Big game here against Chelsea then. Yeah, I do want to see a few more goals from Caviedes because chances are going to have a few strikers coming in. We've already got Ibrahimovic tied up, so there will definitely be room to sell one or two once we get to the end of the season. Give McCann a bit of a rest there. So that looks pretty safe now, and it's a good one to get because they were up there with the best so far. And then, like you say, Man United not too far behind, so 3 points there over Man United. Would only be a point lead over Leeds if they win their game in hand. So it looks like it's going to be maybe more of a competitive league this year. And that's up to 30 minutes on the video now. We've got a League Cup against League Cup tie against Leicester. So what I'll do is I'll come back when the kind of Champions League's kicking off again. So we've got these 4 games in succession there. So I'll come back for the back-to-backs against Milan. We'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Still going pretty well here. Top of the league, although had a couple of losses there, but you know what, it's not going to hurt too much, hopefully. And we'll see how the season progresses. So catch you in the next video. Cheers.